The next topic is going to be sustainable design and development. Here in sustainable design and development, I have mentioned as harmony. What do you mean by harmony? How can how we can coexist with the nature? Human environmental coexistence. I'll show you some project at the end of this video. And sustainability is all about the mindset. Remember, renewable energy is not only the way to reach sustainable design and development, there are many other ways. For example, saving rainwater, using rainwater harvesting, reducing the usage of paper, all these comes under sustainable development. All these things are examples of sustainable design and development. What we need to understand is we are going to reduce environmental impacts through thoughtful design. Basic thing is to reduce consumption of non-renewable sources, minimizing the waste and create healthy and productive environment. This is the basic concept. This is all mentioned here in this slide. Let us take for an example. We have a company which deals with economy. The input for the company is going to come from environment. We are going to sell the product to the society. Okay, the input is coming from environment and going to sell the product to the society, and the culture is defined by that. We see all these three pillars are interconnected. Let us take an example as soft drink company. The company is going to take gallons and gallons of water, and it is going to create lots of job opportunities for the good people. Very good, the economy is developing, he's giving job opportunities and he's selling the product to the customers, and they are also happy with the product too. In this process, what he is doing is he is damaging the environment. Water is taken as a precious resource. When we lost it, we will end up in drought. So this cannot be taken as an example of sustainable development. Even though the customers are happy and lots of job opportunities are created, since it is damaging the environment, it cannot be taken as a sustainable development project. Then how to overcome this? If a company is taking the water from the environment, by framing a policy such that it can be able to replenish the water in 2 or 3 years, then it can be taken as an example of sustainable development. This is how it goes. All these economy, country, culture are interrelated. As a country, we should ensure that we develop in economy without damaging the environment. We know that in India, if you want to start up a company, then we need to get environmental clearance for production. We have the policies for that. What is mean by sustainable energy solution at the next step? Developing rooftop for our home is completely different from developing a big solar plant in Rajasthan. Okay, selecting suitable energy solution for a given situation, encompassing resource mapping, geographical assessment and infrastructure audit is important in selecting the sustainable energy solution. Then you'll have a question like, what are the elements of it? The elements are generation, conversion, storage and distribution. These are the elements of the sustainable energy solution. Integration depends on system dependencies. It depends on the system and the framework of the system. And according to Sustainable Development Goal 7, SDG 7, we have to ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable and modern energy for all the people. In countries like Africa, many people don't have access to electricity even now. This goal, SDG 7, aims at providing electricity for all. Nearly 840 million people don't have access to. See, it is mentioned here. Nearly 840 million people don't have access to electricity in rural areas. Okay, this is going to get eradicated by means of this SDG 7. Now we will have to look into EROI. We are talking about sustainable development, environmental issues and everything, but what about the investment? because people first look about the investment, what is the return we will get on investment. I'll give you an example, and I'm not going to discuss um, many things about this formula. The formula looks very easy. EROI means energy returned to the society divided by the energy required to get that energy. That looks very easy. Suppose, for example, if EROI is 30 is to 1, it indicates that the particular process yields 30 joules on investment of 1 joule. I mean, 1 joule investing, we are getting 30 joules of energy. So we are getting 30 is to 1 as the return on investment. Let us assume a coal power plant for explaining this one. That plant is connected to the grid. Suppose this coal power plant is connected to the grid. Let us say the plant is producing 100 megajoules of power to the grid and megajoules of energy to the grid. We are far away from this plant, so the energy has to be transported. At this point of use, we can use only lesser power as there are loss due to transportation too. Moreover, the power station itself has lighting loads, which can be considered as consuming 2 megawatts of energy. Next, the boiler will also consume energy. Let us consider it as 10 megawatt of power, and 3 turbines are there in a power plant. It is going to consume 20 megawatts of power. There are some other process which will keep on consuming 8 megawatts of power. This is all taken as an example. See, in this, let me repeat this. The plant is connected to the grid. We say the plant is providing 100 megawatts of power to the grid. We are far away, so there will be a loss due to transportation. Inside, we have 2 megawatts of energy consumption due to lighting loads. Next one, 10 megawatts of power consumption by boiler. And the 3 turbine are consuming 20 megawatts of power. The other process also takes 8 megawatts. So totally for producing 100 megawatts of power, we need to produce at least 145 megawatts to make the point of use to reach 100 megawatts. Point of use is consumer area. So this is the scenario which is happening here. This is what EROI is trying to explain. There are many types of EROI. To understand this, we can take this as an example. See, here in this power plant, we have standard EROI. Minimum index is, for a technology to be sustainable, the standard EROI should be 3 is to 1. If the EROI is less than 1, then it is not an energy source. Instead, it can be taken as energy sink. For example, a battery. For a battery, we don't use EROI. Instead of EROI, we use ESOI. ESOI is nothing but energy stored on energy invested. It is energy stored on energy invested. Here in this example, we are trying to extract 100 megajoules of energy. For this, the process of drilling, for some human activity, we lose 10 megajoule. So the available energy at the end of this process is 90 megajoule. When you stop at this point, then this is called standard EROI, ST. Standard EROI is called as EROI, ST. Okay. We do not need oil at this place, instead at the point of use. So for transporting this oil, we have some other losses. If you move it in this direction, see, we are moving in this direction, and it becomes an inclusive part, because even though the oil is dig at the place, we don't want to use at this place. So we are going to move the oil to certain places. So we will have the loss of transportation. When we transport the oil to some other places, every energy spent in this process has to be considered. At the second stage, it is 63 megajoules of energy. As we spend for barrels, we need energy to refine and stuff like this. While transporting, again, there is a loss of 5 megajoule. And at this point, we get only 58 megajoule of energy. This is called EROI at the point of use. Here, the EROI is standard EROI. Here, it is EROI at the point of use. If you want to further extend it, it considered the depreciation of road, depreciation of vehicle, and other steps comes under this. That things comes under EROI extended. EROI extended will calculate all these extra steps. We have lot of EROI when we go in this direction. All these EROI becomes more and more inclusive term. Don't be happy that we produce 100 megajoule at the first point of energy, because at the end of the day, we have only 20.5 megajoule of energy left for this. This difference can be used for comparing various technologies we adapt. By inclusion of various technologies, we can try to increase the output at this point. So this is what is going to be dealt in sustainable energy market. What is sustainable energy market? It is going to deal with sustainable energy metric. What does higher EROI means? See, we are having both higher and lower. What does higher EROI? It is least cost energy system. Lower EROI means expensive energy system. When we have an expensive energy system, the EROI of the system will be very, very less. Based on this index, we can compare various companies and technologies. To discuss what is EROI, but to discuss what is EROI is actually easy. We can easily discuss, but for calculation of EROI, it is a very, very difficult process, as we have to include everything in the process for calculating EROI. At last, EROI is nothing but what is the surplus energy available. It is called as societal energy balance and social welfare functioning in optimization. If we do optimization problem, you can include this. It is not needed for you right now, but when you do calculations using optimization solution, in that this EROI is taken as social energy balance and social welfare function. We can compare different technologies. What's interesting is we know that usage of oil and gases are coming down day by day, as they want to dig deep from getting oil. For getting oil, we want to dig deep into the well or the gland, and EROI is going down. See, in the next slide, we can see the EROI of oil and gas is going to get down day by day, but the EROI of renewable energy is going in this direction. It is growing up. EROI of oil and gas is coming down. EROI of wind and solar is getting up, and it is increasing day by day. And this point is the important point we want to be. This is important for engineers. This point is called knee point. If EROI of a tech is greater than this point, then it is fine. If it is less than, then we will have to try to improve with other technologies. Wind is almost closer to this point. If I match it with, it will get it as, see, if we match this, we'll get it as 5 or 6. So the ratio will be 5:1 or 6:1. So 5:1 or 6:1 is better one. Okay. At some point, as resources for oil and gas is decreasing and technologies for the renewable is increasing, the renewable is going to beat oil and gas. The EROI of renewable will be greater than EROI of oil and gas at some point. Normally, when we discuss about the system, we discuss only about the operational lifetime, but we have different things in the next slide. See, when we calculate EROI, we'll have to discuss about these three things. One is constructional phase, second one is operational phase, and the decommissioning phase. The total energy spent from start of the project to the end of the project has to be taken into account. If you take a big power plant, while it is in construction phase, it won't produce any energy. So the energy which you spend here is almost lost. Even during operational phase, there is some losses like maintenance and self-use of the machines too. Also, after its lifetime, when we decommission the plant, we will have to spend lots of energy there. So this green energy is the net energy. See, green color, it is mentioned here. This green color energy is the net energy we gain throughout the process. To get the exact value of EROI, we have to convert all these forms of energy into an equivalent energy. It can be a per unit, and calculate the net energy spent. This is what has to be calculated. And if this is more than 3, the net energy, more than 3 of the investment, then the technology which we have implemented will be sustainable technology. I told you I'll give some examples of real-time examples for sustainable building. The next slide will show you. This is energy consideration calculation. We have to take all these things into consideration, and this is taken from these websites. You can go through this website when we try to calculate EROI for a company. And this is going to be the first example for sustainable building. This is an example for sustainable design and development project in India. It's nothing but Suzlon One Earth Global Corporate Headquarters, Pune. This building is completely powered by renewable energy, including hybrid solar, photovoltaic. They have also incorporated rainwater harvesting. Most of the office is in garden. By this, they have achieved 35% of cost reduction. And we have another one in India, which is called Hotel Raintree. This you people might have known because you are in Chennai. You will be knowing where is Hotel Raintree, which is Anna Salai, which is situated in Anna Salai, Chennai. This is also an example of sustainable design and development project. Likewise, in India, we have 118 projects under this in Tamil Nadu alone, and we are in highest number of green building projects in India according to the space. There are many other projects all over the world which we can discuss later. Thank you.